We all like sort of taking the mick out of scout mains, right? I say that even as a scout main myself, it is easy to laugh at us. Now, before I go too much further than that, I want to point out that this video isn't meant to be very serious, but I already know that what I'm going to put in this video is going to be the most stereotypical scout main things to say ever, so I'm just warning you. I'm a scout main. Hate is also a strong word, but it looks good in a YouTube title. I've stopped caring as much about these types of things. Also, as always, as we start this video, I want to let you guys know that over 70% of all of the people who watch these videos every day aren't actually subscribed to my YouTube channel. So if that is you and you enjoy my content, please click the subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. So, what do scout mains hate? I'm sure a lot of them you could guess. Absolutely. So let's get one of the most obvious ones out of the way. Sentry guns. These things are the biggest scout counters in the whole game, and scout really doesn't have too many ways of dealing with it. Obviously, this video isn't me saying remove sentries that make me not able to play scout. Actually, quite the opposite of that. Sentries really shut down scouts on most of the maps where the scout player could easily run away with the entire game if nobody stops him. And that is just true. Scouts can destroy games a lot of the time, so having something there that can stop the scout and make him have to actually be careful is really useful. Annoying as hell as a scout for sure, but I don't think they should be removed or nerfed or anything. They're pretty fine as they are. Another issue with sentries is the mini sentry. Those things still do a lot of damage to scout, and they're really hard to hit because they're so small. It feels like they're hard to hit as any class unless you have a good angle, so yeah, I think I'm not the only one who's going to be complaining about these. And honestly, their range is a little bit wonky as well sometimes. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's me thinking that the range is way smaller than it actually is, but it's not. But it makes it really hard to get in and damage them unless they've been placed around a corner that you can jiggle peek. But I have made a video already about why I don't like mini sentries, so I won't go too into it in this video, but it still fits, so it needed to be mentioned here. And you know what? I'm going to mix it up a little bit here for the next one. And one of the things that annoy me the most as a scout main is another scout main. Especially one where it feels like they're sweating or they're generally just better than me. Some scout mains are insane at this video game, like literal gods at it. And whenever I play against one, it makes me realize that I'm really not that good at TF2. And I'm not happy about that. I like thinking I'm one of the better scouts in the server. Even if it isn't true, I like thinking it, okay? And some scouts really put you in your place, and they're just super hard to hit. Their aim is insane as well, so they're doing loads of damage to you while you can't hit them. It is ridiculously frustrating. I actually think my hatred that I have for other scouts being really good just kind of extends to any class, really. Any class that knows what they're doing, I really seem to dislike and have a problem with. Like, how dare you understand how to play the game and actually hit shots? Like, how dare you kill me over and over again because I'm being dumb and making mistakes and you're not? Disgusting, honestly. Other players who are also very good at the game and like shutting down scouts is something that a lot of scout mains really do hate. A regular TF2 server can be one of two things. The first thing is that it's a game where the scout could do absolutely anything he wants. His aim is really good, movement feels nice, getting a lot of kills, and very little can actually stop him. The second thing is where, oh my god, everything that could go wrong does go wrong. There's sentries everywhere. There's direct hit soldiers and demos who literally hit every single pill. Even if you're flying through the sky behind them, they'll still hit you. Heavies who can track and use the Natasha. Other really good scouts. Pyros who constantly set you on fire. And spies that somehow catch up to you when you're running at full speed and backstab you. And obviously snipers who can actually aim and know how to click on scout heads are very annoying. And they can hit you no matter where you are. So that's fun. I think the only class I missed off there was Medic, but they get crits every single time you try and melee hit them anyway, so even if you did miss all of your shots, don't go in for the melee kill because you will still die. But anyway, yeah, a TF2 server is one of those two things. When it's one, we're really happy. When it's the second thing, we're really sad. And then obviously the most obvious one as well, I mentioned it a little bit there, but the Natasha heavy. So obviously I made a video about this before, but I didn't know, and nobody had ever told me this before until I made that video. Like, I didn't realize if you walked diagonally, it cancels the Natasha slowdown. I haven't jumped in a server specifically to try it out yet, but when I run at a Natasha heavy now, I think I sometimes get away with it a little bit more than I would have before. So thank you to anybody who gave me that tip. I think I've started doing it by accident. Still sucks to be slowed down though. It still makes moving a scout feel super janky and weird. And in a game that, to me, a lot of the gameplay is how good the movement feels. Having that kind of thing in it really makes the game feel bleh. I understand why it's there. I don't want it to be removed either, but yeah, it still makes it feel weird, and I guess that's also part of the point of the Natasha. So there we have it, a few things that scout mains hate, even though one of the things was literally every other person in the game. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave it a like and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. I also have a bunch of social links in the description for you guys to check out as well. So if you want to go ahead and do that, I would really appreciate it. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.